While we're doing all these holiday countdowns, in 4 days, some of the year's biggest movies will be released. That happens on Christmas Day. One of the most highly anticipated is Unbroken.
Yeah, it's about a World War II hero who lives through years of hell and survives. It's a movie that director Angelina Jolie could not wait to tell, and NBC's Joel Gargiulo caught up with her recently. Hey there, Joe.
Hey, guys. We've been talking about this all morning.
Nonstop.
It's just such an incredible story, right? And to say the life of Louis Zamperini is extraordinary doesn't do it a touch of justice. And to call the movie adaptation of the best-selling biography a passion project for Jolie would be an understatement.
Angelina Jolie is used to living her life in front of the cameras. But for her latest passion project, she's stepping behind them.
It's important that it just feels real, so really understand you've been away from home for 3 years.
She directed the big screen adaptation of the best-selling book Unbroken.
Fastest final lap in Olympic history.
If you can take it, you can make it.
It's about Louis Zamperini, a member of the U.S. Olympic track team who fought in World War II.
Inbound, 3 o'clock.
Crashed in the Pacific, spent 47 days raft-bound at sea in shark-infested waters, then was taken and brutally tortured as a prisoner of war by the Japanese.
Throughout this process, you had the privilege of forming a relationship with him. I would love to know a little bit more about that and the effect that this man had on you.
It's hard to explain it. He was a father figure, he was a friend, he was that person that when I was, overwhelmed and when I would lose heart or feel overwhelmed that I wasn't sure I was the best person to make the film, the person I would go to and ask for advice and help and support was Louis. He was so full of love for other people, he was so full of joy. And I just don't think I've ever met anybody in my life that was so funny. He was so funny. He had
Despite all he's been through.
But that's the thing. He wanted this movie to be a message to others, to remind them of what the human spirit is and what we have inside of us, and it's strong.
Sadly, Zamperini passed away this July at 97.
I know that you went to his hospital room and he was able to screen a rough cut of this film. What did that mean to you? What did that mean to him? And do you remember the first thing he said to you after he watched it?
It was the look in his eyes. We just looked at each other, and I can't talk about it without crying. So I'm sorry.
No, I mean
it was beautiful to watch him watch his life and remember his life. I felt very honored to be there at the end of his life.
In the book and in the movie, Pete is the one person for Louis that really keeps him going. Yeah. So I am curious for you in your life, who is your Pete?
That was my mom. She looked at me differently. That she saw something that I didn't see in myself. It's a good reminder to all of us that if we can be that for somebody else, if we can be Pete in this life, we can give that support because it made all the difference. Louis always said if it wasn't for Pete, he would have just been in jail.
Yeah.
Unbroken from our sister company Universal Pictures hits theaters nationwide Christmas Day. And not only did he have such an effect on Angelina Jolie, but she told me he had such an effect on her children too. Yeah, I'll go see the movie with you guys again.
I can't wait to see it. Joelle knows this. I've been obsessed with this since the book is phenomenal. If you haven't read it,
about it,
I love the book. And it's funny, when I first started here, they asked us our favorite books, and both Lester and I said Unbroken. It's just an incredible story of perseverance, and we were talking this morning. This is really a testament again to the greatest generation.
And you have to talk to people about it. When you're reading the book, you need to talk to anybody who will listen to you. So I was pretty lucky that I had Angelina Jolie listening to me. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Good call on that one.